journeys that you have traveled, and before the march, let's say before the march, did you feel the value of yourself in the Americas? What were you thinking? Did the march change that to make you feel better? Okay, that was a lot of questions. Okay, go ahead. My bad. My bad. Go ahead.
Okay, so before the march, I always thought, you know what I'm saying, I was always cool. All the world was peaceful. All the world around me was peace. Mm-hmm. But I felt like I kept that energy around me, that I'm peaceful, so anything that comes around me is going to be peaceful.
Yeah.
So when I got on the march and when I started marching, it was a culture shock. It was like a heat wave of words and actions that happened. I never thought my peace would be disturbed like it was on that march.
To be outside because you've been outside before. You used to
Most
walk
definitely.
to the store all the time. I mean, you didn't.
I literally, before I got on the march, I was at the basketball court.
Every Saturday.
I
And
was
you
outside
say
every
that. You say that, like, before the march, I was on the basketball court. I would walk around. So what happened after the march? Were you able to walk around as freely after the march?
I was definitely able to walk around as freely. I was just skeptical about everything.
Well, then that's not as free.
And that's not as free. That's not as free.
That's not as free.
And I feel like we took some of your freedoms
Oh,
away.
absolutely.
A lot of them. After the march, we was like, listen, walk to the store, come right back.
Okay.
Listen, make sure your phone is on. Like,
in before dark. Sundown town.
Yeah.
We didn't know where the fucking sundown town was.
Not until that march, bro.
yeah, so after we found out what a sundown town was. So do you feel like your freedoms changed after the march?
Most
then?
definitely.
Yeah. I mean, because we know that we're our place of freedom. So I get what you're saying. Like, I'm free everywhere I go. Yes, because you're your place of freedom.
Right.
But it changes
my perspective. It definitely changed my perspective of the way I see the world and the way I thought the world was. I had headphones on blasting, and it was a white motherfucker talking about, you racist niggas. I'm like, I got headphones on. I don't understand. If they blast and I got them all the way up, I'm like, is he talking to us?
I remember that.
I'm like, I don't damn well this nigga ain't talking to us.
We racist?
We racist.
What? I'm going for a fucking walk.
That was crazy.
That was crazy.
like,
I remember that day.
I remember that day. You could tell he was culture shocked that day. Because he was like,
wait.
Mom, is he calling us racist?
Did he just call us racist?
I was pissed. I was mad. I was like, these niggas tweaking. they must be out their fucking mind. But I was always on the front line too. I was always, you know what I'm saying, right there, so I could see everything that was coming this way.
Yeah, because you saw way more than what we saw.
It was like my own documentary, to be perfectly honest with you. Like, it was a documentary in my eyes. Like, I was watching myself, and day after day, it was draining. I'm not gonna lie, but even though it was draining, I made sure that I kept my peace and I kept pushing because I knew I was doing something that would leave a stamp.
Definitely, a stamp in the earth realm has definitely been made, and then because they're still murdering us at a stupid rate, and we have been quiet for 2 years about it, and not quiet in a sense of nothing to say, just quiet in a sense of healing.
Yeah, absolutely, because that's all it's been. It's been a total 2-year healing.
2 years.
And then we definitely tried to, in September, tried to try it again.
Pick it up again.
To pick it up and do it again. And so the universe was like, yeah, no, I don't know that that's what we should be doing.
We wasn't ready.
Another traumatizing experience.
Next time we go walk outside, we get traumatized.
March.
Man.
Who is what is what?
What is what?
I thought the first time was enough. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. So that was your concept and view from the Americas, from going on the march. Now, what about so did you feel valued here in this country?
No. No, I felt very disrespected.
Yeah, absolutely.
That hurt. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. What about your value in the family?
In my family, I couldn't wait to come back. Like, I was so ready to chill out, just be around my family with smiling faces and people that I know.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be fighting with every day.
Yeah.
Or going back and forth with about stupid stuff. So I definitely felt valued in my family when I came back home.
Okay. You do feel value in your family. Okay.
Every day or just?
No, most definitely every day. Just the fact that I get to see my family face and see a smile on their face, and I get to put that smile on their face makes me happy.
How you put a smile on your people's face?
I do a lot,
bro. Yeah, I just got gases on myself because you like I get to put that smile on their face.
For real, I'm definitely part of it.
Yeah. So how are the dynamics of your house set up today, right now? So it's you. Okay, so it's you have two moms.
I have two moms.
And then you.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 8 just came. So I have 8 sisters with me today.
8 sisters in your house today.
Yep. And then I got 3 nieces, and then a nephew.
3 nieces and a nephew.
Woo,
and my big brother.
You and 3 and you and 3 and 2 is woo.
So you have your big brother,
Mm-hmm.
and then your nephew.
Yep.
Your big brother who works all day.
All day, yeah.
He go to work and we don't see him till one
Thursday and Wednesday.
He know them off days, boy. He be waiting for his brother to be off, boy.
The value of
He
the
like
king.
Wednesday and Thursday. Them your favorite days of the week.
Most definitely. I
Boy,
get to
man.
see my brother. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
All right. So you have 8
sisters.
8.
11 altogether, but 8 sisters living with me right now.
Wow. And you still feel valuable?
Most definitely.
Okay.
It's the energy. It's the energy of a queen that gives me energy.
Okay.
That boosts my energy.
Oh, that's what's up.
Every time I feel that presence of a queen, that gives me a lot of passion.
Well, you got a lot of passion.
Most definitely.
8 sisters.
Hella passion.
Bro, 8 sisters, 3 nephews, 3 nieces,
Yeah.
1 little lonely nephew, 1 little lonely.
We're gonna get some more boys around
We got
here.
Come on,
both, I
Royal.
got 2 sisters that's pregnant, and both of them boys. I don't care what nobody says.
That's right. That's right.
Both of them boys.
Both of them boys.
Here come
Loyal,
our kings.
loyal, and
Almighty.
almighty.
It's the season.
Yeah.
It's the season.
It's the season. The value of a king. So, and your family, you feel valuable.
Most definitely.
In the Americas, you did not feel
No.
valuable.
What about today?
Today, do I feel valuable?
In America?
In America? No, still no.
Nothing's changed a lot.
Nothing. Not at all.
That is terrible.
That
It's
really
very
is
terrible.
terrible.
I want to tell a story. My big mama, she had bought some American flag sheets for my bed, and I just looked at them like, I'm not putting these on my bed. I mean, like, that's traumatizing. Why would I lay on something that I don't believe in or that I don't trust in? And I had the conversation with my big mama, and she at first she didn't understand, but I had explained that during
What
the
didn't
march
she understand?
Right.
that it's sheets, it's something for you to lay on.
Right. So she old school.
Yes.
Yeah, I
She
bought
like, I
this.
paid $20 for these sheets. I can't even tell there's no American flag on these damn sheets. Put this sheets on your bed.
Cover your
lay your ass down.
That's funny.
she said.
That's exactly what she said.
That's exactly what she said.
That's it.
And what'd you say?
I was like, Big Mama, you gotta understand for you to give that to me, that was traumatizing.
What was traumatizing about the American flag?
On your pillow, on your sheets.
On your sheets.
I like, why would I wouldn't lay on something that hurt me or continues to hurt.
Because what's giving you that impression of the flag, though?
Yeah. Explain that to us.
Right. Why do you have?
Because you were telling us a story, then I interrupted you by
No, you were
laughing.
wrong.
But okay, but go ahead, back to your story. Because she gave you these sheets, and you rejected these sheets very respectfully.
Yeah.
I might add,
You
because Big Mama,
declined, yeah.
Big Mama is my wife's mother, and she brings stuff in here, and you're gonna see her because we're gonna definitely show you how she brings bags and bags and bags of
Socks, shoes. I found these at the rummage sale. You need these pots. These good pots. You be making that.
hair, everything.
This hair was on sale for $2.
So this particular day, she brought some sheets for our handsome king here. And he carried the sheets. He took the sheets in his room. I went to his room. The sheets was on the floor. I came back 3 days later. The sheets still on the floor. So a week later, his grandmother comes back. And what happened?
I was like, I told my big mama, Big Mama, I don't like, I wasn't like, I don't like these sheets, but like, I wouldn't lay on these sheets, or I don't appreciate these sheets.
That's what she said.
Cause like.
And then you went to tell her the story of what happened. So tell us a little bit of the story.
So, just being on the march, that whole experience took me through a lot of hurt, pain, experience, learning, life lessons, and just seeing how they treated me. I would not lay on something or lay on an American flag. Like,
so did you see this American flag a lot on this march?
Most definitely.
Well, how was it portrayed on the march?
It was portrayed with the Confederate flag and the American flag right next to each other. Like, that's all you seen walking. Like, everywhere.
With
they had
shouts of
nigger,
go back to Africa,
spook, go back to Africa, all that. Like,
okay, so we saw a lot of Confederate flags, but we also saw the American flag alongside this Confederate flag. So they weren't flying just the American flag or just the Confederate flag. We saw them both together. And we saw them on redneck trucks while they were throwing stuff at us, and just a horrible sight the whole way from East Chicago, Indiana to Washington, D.C. It was horrible the whole way there. And then I've never had a problem with the flag. Okay? I've never had a problem with the flag. I've never, it's the American flag. It's just never really been a thing to me. But I'm with my son today. Okay? I would not lay on my grandparent. No, she said no. I would not lay on an American flag today. I would not lay on an American flag today. I wouldn't do a thing with the American flag. So we definitely understood where you were coming from, which is when we seen the sheets come out, son, all of us kind of looked at each other like, who the heck's this our flag? You see our flag? Our flag, love with the plan.
Yeah.
This is our flag, and this is what we believe in. We believe in love. We believe in medicating ourselves, and we believe in each other. So, yeah.
Definitely. I just want to shine some light on the value of a king, especially a royal king in the Americas. Value is not something that comes to mind when you're seen. And I need each one of our kings to know you are valuable, in spite of what the Americas have shown us, and sometimes what we have seen in our families. And I feel like we see the disrespect also for kings in the family because of the things that we've been taught, because of the actions that have been taken, and because of the healing that has not taken place yet in our families. I wanted to shine some light because I feel like it's absolutely important that people know what happened on that. And you were 16 years old.
I was 15 at
15, right.
Yeah.
You were 15 when this was happening.
Oh, wow, you were 15, about to turn 16.
Right.
Right, because it was in August, and then you turned 16 that November. Right. Wow.
So
15.
That's a lot.
Yeah, you walked from East Chicago.
700 miles from East Chicago to Washington,
700 miles. And I'm pretty sure you walked maybe 600 of them miles. Definitely. I think I did 5. Oh, how many do you think you did? Maybe 10? Maybe 10. This dude did 650.
I did, it probably added up to about 10.
Yeah, the whole trip added up to about 10.
I do a lot of saging at times too, so
Right. And if you count the pizza and the gas, I probably did a couple more. Because I did walk to the gas station. I walked in the Pizza Hut.
Oh, my love.
Yes, I was very traumatized on this march, but you did amazing. You was a king. You wore your king hat the whole entire time, and you did amazing. And a lot of people are still talking about you today from this march and the second march, but the first march in particular, we haven't really talked about this. We need listen, okay?
It's just beginning.
Yeah.
When you've been through consistent trauma, you have to allow yourself the processing of that, because I didn't even realize, being 15 years old, like a lot of the things that happened with you when we came home, I can see the explanation of them today. I can see the reasoning behind them today. Some of the actions that were taken and the healing process that we went through with one another. In this 2 years since we have really even said much, because we went through a March review when we came home. Yeah. And I just find this is very important that young people know, because, I wonder about kings your age. I wonder about kings 15, 16 and 17-year-old out here in the Americas being disrespected. It's a concern, and it's time for us to come together in a unified way so that we can heal. And
we talk about that. We talk about the unified way, but I'm not quite sure that we as a people even know what a unified way would be. So because now you're 17.
17.
Yep. So tell us from a 17-year-old king's perspective, what a unified way for us would look like from your point of view.
Definitely a conversation, and we definitely need to have, because there's a lot of miscommunication going on, why we don't understand each other sometimes because of miscommunication. And the togetherness, ain't a lot of togetherness going on. We always trying to be better than each other, or better than the next person, or I gotta make it before this one. I know if we make it together, then we can do anything together. So definitely teamwork and communication.
Those are all the Ebony Warrior ways. She taught you that, didn't she?
Most definitely.
She taught me too. This is how we're valued in our house, as kings, as queens, as individuals, and as a whole entire family. We value each other, and we uplift each other and let each other know that we are important. And I know that we sometimes, because there are 8 girls in this house and he is the only fella, his value definitely gets underplayed, overlooked, pushed to the side a lot. And she makes sure that it don't. Okay? She be playing.
Number one on bro.
Her
Big facts.
It's all her.
It's necessary. I didn't always value kings.
Yeah.
I didn't always value kings, especially the kings that were in my life and the kings that I birthed forth. I didn't always value because I didn't see the value, because I didn't see the presence of kings in my life to even know that they needed value. And so I now know today we don't see the presence of a lot of kings because they don't know their value. And it's important that kings know their value. And I know that every queen, just as king, just to hear you say, you get your energy, and your passion that comes from connecting with your queens. That's us being a team. And that's the energy of ignition that we give to one another. And it's so important because every king comes from a queen. There's no way that we are not working together and coming together in a unified manner, which is togetherness, to work together, not to say I'm better than you and you less than me and I'm more than you. No, we're more than enough and we are better together. And that is our focus and the love of our family, because if we do not start to ignite the fire in our kings and remind them of their value and that they are treasured, we're already losing them because of the Americas, because they are embedded in non-supremacy, in ignorance, and that's what this country has been built upon. So we build in us, which is who we are, the value and the majesticness of this earth. So in building us, the things around you have to be built different. They won't have a choice. Respectful, respected. Y'all have anything y'all want to leave with some kings before we get up out of here?
Respectful, respected. I've seen this, so in keeping up with Black Kings, I, be on TikTok, be on stuff, but my wife and I seen this young king, and we don't know a lot about it, so we're not going to even mention a whole bunch about it, but we do know this one particular parts of it. This one particular king, has been very rude to our women, to women of color. He had a white girlfriend, I guess. Whatever happened. And she killed him. She killed him. Okay? I don't know how. Don't ask me. All I know is this Caucasian woman killed this melanin king. And royal women stood up after being disrespected by this fella. Royal women stood up to demand justice for killing one of our kings. And I thought that was so amazing for a lot of different reasons. First of all, look, when I tell you, okay, you cannot underestimate a queen, okay? Underestimate or belittle or downgrade. The only reason that he got justice for his death was because of a queen. And queens don't acknowledge kings a lot, and this is why this is very powerful that you do this every Sunday. You have a conversation with a king, and that is very powerful. If more people had conversations like this young man said, he just said the number one thing: a conversation and teamwork. That's working. Keep working it, because you're doing amazing with it.
Life is about a conversation with a friend. And if we will all sit down with the mindset of I'm sitting across from my friend, we're not here to bring harm to each other. We're here to get a resolve, because inside of resolve is love. Even in the word, if you look up the word resolve, just put it on the paper, write it down. Love is inside of resolve. And that's what conversation is about. We know as Ebony Warriors, life is a conversation between friends. Every time we sit down, we're sitting as friends, and it doesn't matter who we are talking to, and especially when we're talking to somebody we do not agree with. Listen, this is definitely a conversation with a friend, because when we come from the conversation, the whole goal is to be open to see it in another manner.
Yeah.
If you looking at 6 on this side and I'm looking on this side and it's a 9, listen, we looking at the number and seeing it different.
But you can at a number and seeing it different.
You can turn it and flip it and turn it around like, no, it's a 6. I see a 9.
Yeah.
No, I didn't
see
a 9.
And in our relationship, we usually see the 6 and the 9. We usually see things from both perspectives, and that helps us to grow and glow in our relationship, because the 6 and a 9 is is far apart, but is very close together. So it's very funny because you wouldn't imagine how much stuff as a couple we just don't agree on, and then how much stuff we do agree on when it comes to our nation.
Yeah.
One thing we do agree on is that our kings are very, very, very much pushed to the side, not paid attention to, not uplifted at all, not kinged.
No, controlled instead of kinged.
Controlled instead of kinged.
They're controlled by the Americans, and then we take over the reins of control as far as queens, because I have to be I know I check myself on a daily, like, oh shit, wait, my bad, King, I apologize. What do you say concerning this? Because we are their mothers,
Right.
you know, so we get accustomed to telling them what to do, and that's not our responsibility.
No.
It's not our responsibility as a queen to tell a king what to do. He was never born to take orders from us, and we have been taught that they were. We are born to work together. We are here to shine the light of wisdom and love, absolutely. But it comes to a place where we have to know that we do not control anyone. That's not what control is about, and that's what this country teaches us. They have our kings controlled in a spot, you know, especially to the point where they feel like they are threatened or a threat, you know, or less than, when they really are more than enough.
Yeah.
So we got some work to do.
We definitely
but
do.
we worth the work. We work
the work.
every minute of the work.
Every drop of the minute.
And we're not going to be quiet about our kings.
No.
We will not be quiet. We are going to continue to go forward. We're going to continue to listen as our vessels echo. We are love, and we are moving forth in love. Our essence is excellent because we're love. So we're going to shine on in love, and we're going to value our kings. We're going to let them know that they are treasured treasures.
We appreciate that.
Every king.
My king appreciates that.
Thank you.
Absolutely. It's definitely a pleasure. And I'm happy to know it today, because I didn't know it days and days and days and days ago. Years ago, I didn't know the value and the treasure. So I'm honored to know today. And I'm going to let as many people as I can know the value of a king.
The value of a king is the love.
All right, we out of here. Much love, majesties.
Thank you, Queen Ebony.
Received and returned.
Received in return.
Peace.